Hi guys, and welcome to Finish It Friday, episode 85. So here's where we left off on Wednesday. I have my two base cards that I may or may not use, but you can use. You can make two cards out of this if you so choose. So I have my two base cards. I have my 5 3/4 by 5. That's basic white, very vanilla, basic beige, or light colored cardstock. I have my 4 and 5 1/4 layer. I have my 2 1/4 by 5 1/4 piece of cardstock layer. I have scrap for sentiments. I might use my ephemera packs, I'm not sure. Then I have a bunch of punches, 10 to 12. So I find that the green glue works best for this, and I'll show you why. So what I'm going to do is I am going to lay these out. Now, I'm not going to lay them out right to the edge, and I'll show you why in a second. But I'm going to lay these out on this piece. Oh, I better make sure I have it the right way. This is the 5. So I want it this way. I want my 5 3/4 this way. Sorry. So I'm going to go ahead and lay these out. Let's see, I think I want to get, let me get some more colors in here. I have a bunch cut out. I don't want to go too greeny green on that. I think, do I want to do a calypso? I'll do a calypso. Then I'm going to be bringing that down here. I'm bringing this orange over here. I feel like, hang on, I feel like I need to go like this. Yeah, that's gonna look better. So then I don't like that one there. So I'm gonna put this here. I'm going to put, let's put a green over here. We'll put wild wheat over here. Feel like we're gonna do that there, put an orange there, and then we're going to use this to kind of fill in those little blanks there. Now I've decided that I like using green glue on this. You can use your seal. I just think green glue works a little bit better. So let me get out over here. Let me get out my silicone mat and let's start gluing. All right, so let's, because you want to get right to those edges, but you don't want to have it a lot so it splashes, which is a technical term, of course. So I'm doing that right near the top there. Be careful not to get glue on your mat if you can. If so, just make sure you're moving your piece away so that you're not getting glue on your top side. All right, I'm only going to put, I need to go a little further in though. Yes, I'm using that to put the glue on, but I don't have it underneath here. I should have another one underneath there, just in case I get glue. Let me grab another one, hang on. That way if my glue goes too far, it won't be sticking to my grit paper. All right. here we go. Here. You know what? And I think I'm going to do this first, and then maybe I'll use this to cut down. Ooh. Let's get that down there like that. I moved it a little bit. Did you see that? All right. Let me get out my snip. Oh, let me get this one down. That might help, huh? All right. Let's go ahead and we're into, oh, I have a lot of extra glue there. Look at that. Hopefully that'll dry fairly quickly. So I'm going to take my snips. I'm just going to go right along that edge. As you can see, there's still glue on that one. And there's going to be glue on this lemon lolly one. There's still quite a bit there. That's why I have my dedicated scissors that say sticky on them. You can see I'm a little bit. There we go. I feel like I went in a little too far on that side. There we go. All right, so now we can go ahead and use this for our other parts. So here I'm going to do just a little bit there. You gotta be careful when you're only doing a little bit, because sometimes they'll want to stick to you. So press that down first. Let's see. This may be too small to go up here. Oh, nope, that looks pretty good. So I'll go ahead and put that one there. I already have some glue on there, but I'm just going to put a little bit more all the way to the corners there. I go right up to that edge so I don't have to trim there. There we go. Let me go ahead and put this right there. Ooh, that's too much. Now when you have too much like that, but you need to get into the corners, dab it off over here on your silicone mat first. And this one I will trim off a little bit more. Okay, I feel like I need to come over here. Does that look all right? I don't like having those are really close colors, but we'll go ahead and do it. Again, if you get a little bit too much glue on there, get some of it off first. Oh, my fingers are sticky. Look, I got some on there. Let me grab this to take that adhesive off of there. All right, and then I'm just going to have just a tiny little bit there. I'm not going to put a lot on there because I'm going to go like that to the edge, even though that's going to be a little bit off from where that is. We'll be okay. All right, so I'm going to let this sit for a second because we have some of those gluey parts. Oh, now I got, all right. I'm wiping my hands, getting all the glue off on this other side because now I got some of that piece right there, you see? Because I had some glue on my thumb. So let me go ahead and Get that adhesive off there. All right, I have to wait for it to dry just a little bit more. All right, I think I'm done with my green glue for now. Put that back up here. All right, set these off to the side so that glue can dry. And I'll just rub it off of the silicone mat. Let's go back through here and let's cut off those overhangs. You want to be careful with these skinny ones, because if you haven't got a lot of glue on that piece underneath, it's going to cut right off. It stayed on, so I feel good about that. Let's go ahead and cut right up to that card edge. That little snippet there. And now the lemon molly. I feel like there's a little bit of an edge there, but not enough that I'm going to be worried about it. Okay, so there you have your piece right now. I also like running it through an embossing folder at this point. So I'm going to take out the swirly dots. This is new in the annual catalog, and it's a big one. It is 8.5 by 6, so it's a big embossing folder. So let me grab out my platform 1, my adapter plate 4, platform, oops, take out that 2. You don't need the 2. If you leave the 2 in, it's not going to turn, and you're going to be like, what the heck's going on? I have all my extra scoring blades falling down over here. All right, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to put in there. I want to center it kind of in that center there. So that one kind of has the circle kind of centered in that. Let me go like this. This is much better. So let me get that circled, centered. All right, adapter plate, and we'll run it through. It's a new one. It's going to feel like it's breaking through, but it's not. It's just because it's a brand new folder. Always make sure that seam goes first, Stampin' Up! Trails. All right, let me put this back over here. Let's take this out. And let me put my embossing folder back up here, out of the way. Oh my goodness, sorry. So there you have that piece. Looks fabulous. Now, do see that I had some glue under there that even pushed through. So you just want to make sure it looks good. Let's go ahead and put this back over on the side of my table here. All right, now here's my one piece of advice, and I know we don't carry it anymore. It was a Hostess. Was it a Hostess or was it a signing bonus? But really, a guillotine cutter is best here, just so you know. All right. It just works better than your trimmer. Now we want to make sure that we're cutting on the 5 1/4 side, and we're going to cut at 2 inches. So there we have it lined up. At 2 inches. Sometimes your cardstock will stretch out a little bit when you, oops, sorry, I'm right by the microphone there. Will stretch out a little bit when you go ahead and run it through the embossing folder. So that's why it didn't quite line up perfectly. All right, so what you have left here is you have your 3 3/4 by 5, which is our layer down. Remember your layers. Here's your cardstock. Here's your cardstock front, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So we have a layer, and this is our second layer down, 3 3/4 by 5. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to put it on here. Now I am going to use tear and tape only because I did run it through that embossing folder and all those fibers are broken down. I probably can use seal, but I'm afraid with the glue and with running it through the embossing folder that's just going to be a little bit too much for it. Let me put that little extra piece there. Let me put this piece here. Again, I'm trying to go very close to the edge. And then one last piece here. All right, try to burnish that a little bit. You don't want to burnish it too hard though, because you don't want to in any way hurt your embossing. Not that I think it would take a lot, but just to be on the safe side. So let's go ahead and peel those off where we burnish them. It also helps if you have nails, which I don't. And that little extra piece that was going to be the hangover, which I just kind of threw it there and now it doesn't want to come up. There we go. All right, I threw all those in my little bin there. So here's our layer to go on that 4 by 5 1/4 layer. All right, and then we have our base card here. So that's going to go right on there. Here you can use your seal. Just realize it is going to be bumpy because you've run it through that embossing folder. And there you are. We're going to put a greeting on there. But this is where I said, if you wanted to, you could layer this and put it on the inside of your card, which I think would take up a lot of your writing room. To me, this is perfect to do another. All right, I'm going to try using the seal on this instead of, we'll see if it'll actually go. See, it's kind of hard, especially when you have that layer there. Yeah, see, it's not even, it's coming out a little, not a lot. So, and see now I need to wind this back up because see, it's not catching right on there. Might have now ruined that. I haven't ruined it. You can work with it and get it back on, but it takes a little bit, just so you know. And see how that's getting all gunky there? So this is another reason why I don't usually use the Stampin' Seal. I can't figure it. I'm going weird here. There we go. That's usually why I don't use the Stampin' Seal also on there, just because it's hard to find a place for it to really grab onto with all that texture and multi-layers. So I could use my tear and tape again. I'm just going to use green glue go ahead and lay it down. Now let me see if now it'll work. See, it's that extra texture there. It doesn't like it. It doesn't have a place to grab. All right. So now, and if you want to, you could get another little piece underneath there. But here you have this now. All right. So let's go ahead. I'm going to grab out my ephemera, and I have a bunch of these wanted to say die cuts that already have adhesive on the back. Let's see if we can find one we want to use. Let's see. Oh, my O is gone from there. Oh, what happened there? Oh my goodness. All right. So, you know what? Maybe we won't. And then I lost a happy on there. Let's see. Here's a celebrate. Now, I think I would do this and maybe put some ephemera on either side of it. Let's go ahead and try that. I might have to restock my wanted to say box because apparently I don't have all the pieces and components for it. So let's go ahead. I want to kind of center that there. Hang on to it because you have two different layers here. Probably should have put a dimensional underneath there since I'm talking about two different layers, but I think that'll hold all right. Let's go ahead. Let me see if we have any cute little ephemera we could put on there. I kind of like that, and look how I went through the letters. Thinking I kind of almost like that. Huh. Alright, I'm okay with that. So let me put just a little bit, put some glue underneath there, because I don't think it's going to hold very good. And apparently I didn't get that completely run through with the adhesive. So let's go here. Just put a little bit there. Let's see if I have another little tiny one that we could put down at the bottom there. They all look pretty big now. You know what, I'm just going to leave that like that, and I'll put some little gems down here. How about that? Didn't think this through before I started working on it. All right, so let's go ahead, grab my putty. Let's get all right, not the greatest, but that'll work. Now for this one over here, my full one, let's go ahead and let's look in the other ephemera pack. feel like, oh, that one's nice. Look at that. I think that works nice there. Let's go ahead. Now that I also don't have any, since it's an ephemera pack, you can use your glue. You could use dots. I'm going to use the glue. I think though I want to use, oh, my camera stalled. Hopefully it wasn't stalled for too long. Sorry. So let me go just use a little bit of the, let me get this so I can get just a little, there's the little dots coming out. Hopefully they're all dots are out there. We'll find out in a second if it falls right off on me, huh? All right. There we go. We might have to put just a little dot under there. There we go. And there you are. Let's go ahead. So here's the two we did just now. Let me show you a couple of the others that I did. Let me get some of this off of the screen. So this was with the heartfelt hexagon. This I did with the modern punch. Oh, I need to put more glue under that. So there, and then I used the swirl folder on that. And then here's one using, I think this is the 1 3/4 inch circle. I don't think that's the 2 inch. Let me see. Yeah, no, that's the 1 3/4. Because here's an example. Oh no, maybe it's the 2. Here, I have to look at them side by side. No, that's definitely the 1 3/4, and this is the 2. 2 is a little bit bigger. But as you can see, so then, yeah, and so there's that wanted to say. But then, I mean, here's, look at all of these. So here's the bigger circles. Here's where we went to the smaller circles. That's using one of the new embossing folders. Let's see. Those are all circles, circles. That's the same embossing folder. I guess I didn't use the crochet folder on this one, only the eyelet. All right. So there you are, guys. Bunch of cards you can make using this layout. Don't forget, if you want to upload your card on our Facebook group, always like to see your examples on there if you have the time to do so. If not, I wouldn't mind if you gave me a thumbs up. Share this video on your social media or with your friends. Leave me a comment. Most of all, have a great weekend. Bye, guys. Talk to you later. See you next week for Watch It Wednesday, episode 86. Bye for now.